So, you're a new player to Forged Alliance Forever. You don't know much about the game, but you want to learn how to play. And you definitely want to learn how to stop dying within the first 5 minutes of a match. Well, lucky for you, I'm about to tell you the very basics. Let's start with your ACU, which is the unit you always start with. It is your most important unit, because if it dies, you'll be ejected from the match. However, the ACU has both great offensive and defensive capabilities, because your ACU deals 100 damage per second, so it has the firepower of about 4 tanks, and the health of about 35 tanks or more than 10,000 HP. Therefore, it will easily deal with enemy raids and also be able to put pressure on your opponent. However, while the ACU has a lot of health, it lacks damage, so it needs other units supporting it. Otherwise, your ACU could get surrounded and die quickly. Your ACU can also build, just like an engineer. But engineers do it way better since one ACU has the same build rate than 2 engineers, making it a very inefficient builder considering an engineer takes 13 seconds to be done. Consequently, your ACU is better off in the battlefield. And since we're talking about building, you can always see your resources or economy on the top left corner. And speaking of resources, how do you manage your economy? Well, in FAF, you have mass and energy, which will be going up and down because in order to use your mass, you need energy, and in order to use your energy, you need mass. But right now, you just need to know that you want to have a balance between these 2 resources. Otherwise, if you have no mass, your buildings and units will take longer to be done since there isn't enough mass to create them. In the other hand, if you don't have energy, not only will you make everything slower, but you will reduce your mass production since your mass extractors stop working as well. In a few sentences, a good balanced economy is when you have very little mass and a small overflow of energy, meaning you are using your resources. You always want to make sure you are using them because your mass and energy don't do anything while being stored. And once you have all of that economy thing going on, it's time to spend it. There are many ways to invest your resources. You can use your economy to create more economy by upgrading mass extractors, also known as mexes, and power generators, also known as pigeons. You can invest into factories and create units like tanks in order to gain map control. Or you can upgrade your ACU into becoming an unstoppable force. So, there are many ways to win in FAF. But where do you want to win? FAF can be simplified into 2 categories: 1v1, also known as ladder, and team games, also known as global. 1v1 is characterized by players being very aggressive, by raiding and attacking each other constantly. Team games, in the other hand, vary a lot by map. Some maps will put more players together, so playing defensively and reaching higher technologies is easier. But other maps will encourage more aggressive plays. If you want to meet more players in the Forged Alliance Forever community, maybe contribute to the project, want to get your replays analyzed by top players, or get one-on-one training, join the FAF Discord. The people here are super nice and will answer your every question. Also, if you want to see a specific tutorial, leave me a comment with what you want to see and I'll try making one soon. For now, good luck on the battlefield, Commander.